Last time on Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater. After scaring off ninja invaders in their magical walking hut and defeating the swarms of locusts that appeared afterward with Cersei and Morrigan's help, Aristophanes, Kid, and Juwan prepared to teleport back to Delbop with their friends after moving the hut closer to Fairmay. And now, Long Distance Dungeons & Dragons Dinner Theater continues.
Can we walk the hut around the swamp and through the coast over to one of the docks? Avoid swamp?
There's no place shallow enough that is not swamp to walk it over to Delbop, unfortunately. There's no way to park the hut at Delbop.
How far do I have to go to get past the swamp?
How far does the hut have to go?
Yeah, it's this tiny little bit right here, right?
Yeah, so let's say about 200...
10 feet.
Not 10 feet. I mean, that whole castle is only like 30 feet across. That's dumb.
It's that tiny little space of land right there.
I'm gonna say 200 feet. And at its smallest point,
you could try
that's still
to
through
see
the swamp, though. There's like...
No.
This is all through the swamp, 200 feet.
No. Look, that's a little piece of land, yeah? So can the house, you could try and maybe get the house to, jump from here to here to here? You go boom, 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 and then it's not technically in the swamp, then it's
If you can make it jump, make it jump 100 feet somehow.
It wouldn't have to be 100, because if the gap is 2, and there's an island that takes up its own space.
So it's slightly less than 100.
It's a third, so it's whatever 200 feet divided into 3 is. It needs to jump
still
that
can't
gap.
Jump that far, but whatever.
I don't know what this fucking hut can do. Apparently it can produce a bunch of locusts.
Alright, you can levitate the hut, so then how do you guide it once it's levitated? Because that can only make it go up or down, not over the swamp. And I don't know how many pounds your levitation can do.
1,100 or 1,200 pounds.
Does that sound like how much a house weighs?
1,200? Well, actually, you know what? It is just a shell of the house, and the rest is an extra dimensional space. Everything inside should not weigh anything.
Yeah, I just looked up just something simple. Like a trailer is 2,000 pounds, so I think that the house out exterior still has to weigh something, so something closer to that. At least 2,000 pounds, even for a house that's hollow on the inside. Just like your bag of holding doesn't weigh nothing, so it weighs something.
Anybody else want to help me lift this thing up and then gust of wind it over there? Because I'm not going to take it through the marsh.
Yeah, I mean...
I also don't know if a gust of wind is strong enough to blow the house.
You don't think it is?
I don't think gust of wind is. Maybe wind wall or one of the other stronger wind spells. River of wind.
Yeah, I can cast wind wall if you want. You levitate it.
You have enough power to levitate it? How far can your wind wall move it?
I still can't lift the entire weight.
I don't think druids have that spell though.
No, I don't think we do. I've got River of Wind.
Good wind spell. Probably one of the better wind spells.
Yeah, no, levitating.
So if you could find help levitating, they could help you push it, but it doesn't sound like you can levitate it on your own.
Yeah, I couldn't help you with that. Not with levitating.
And like I said, I don't know how far your wind gust can blow. I have to look into that too and see if that'd be enough to get you the whole 200 feet across.
Well, we got that swamp goo. We can try to teleport there. Yeah.
I've got control winds, so I could probably control winds to help lift the house. Alter the wind force.
So do you have anything besides the swamp water that would reference the city of Delbop?
The wind blow in a certain direction.
Any other items or...
No, besides my tattoo, that's about the only thing I've gotten from there.
What about your communication bubble?
Yeah, I could use that, but I don't think I want to get rid of that. That would be
well, as long as you eat it, it'll reform in the cabinet.
Okay, alright, that's fair.
So as long as you're willing to eat a marble.
Alright, let me dump a vial of the swamp goo that we picked up and my communication bubble and throw that into the cauldron.
Alright.
And then I will eat the stew.
Alright, so the cauldron will light and start to bubble, fill with water, and make a soup of 1 communication bubble and some swamp goo. And you can devour the stew as long as you finish the bowl of stew that it contains the swamp water and the marble, swallowing them both. The 2 will reform in the pantry. I guess you swallowed worse than a marble before.
He's willing to pass it.
Yeah. So that reappears in the pantry almost instantly as you eat the soup, and while you're eating the meal, the scenery outside of the hut starts to change. It starts whirring and swirling. The screen door starts flapping and becomes sort of like magically latched shut. You see the scenery changing outside of the windows, and then magically you appear inside of Delbop beneath the dome, standing about chicken legs knee deep in the swamp in the middle of the city. People are gasping. You seem to have knocked over a tree with 2 hammocks in it and spilled over two Grippleys who are now like very angrily shouting at you in your hut.
Oh shit! What? Oh, damn. I guess they're pissed.
Can I get a druid to help brother out here and fix this problem?
Wait,
You guys have heal
who's down
tree?
here? Who did we knock over?
2 like frogmen that were like in hammocks between 2 trees.
Oh. Well, I guess we'll have to roll for diplomacy to see if we can calm them down.
No, or we could fix the tree.
Yeah,
Can you
can
fix the tree? Can I cast mending on the tree?
No.
Plant growth. Grows vegetation, improves crops.
Ooh, I've got animate plants.
You make this dead tree do a little dance.
Alright, I'm gonna roll diplomacy and be like, hey, I have new conscripts for the group of Gamma. And that's gonna be 27.
They say you ruined their vacation.
Keep trying. Keep trying.
That was my try. You guys get to try something now.
So
They're
I've
shaking
got,
their fists at you.
I've got atonement. It's a spell removes a burden of misdeeds from a subject. So as long as Cersei is sorry about what she did, and the burden isn't there. Means
What is this shit? What is this called? It sounds. What is the name?
TFRPG.
That sounds
What's the name of
awesome.
the spell?
Atonement. It's a group 5.
And you're also hoping that Cersei is genuinely sorry about it.
Yeah.
Probably not sorry.
Creatures seeking atonement must be truly repentant and desirous of setting right its misdeeds. So if it wasn't deliberate, so you don't have to cost any. Yeah.
That's more for like changing alignments. I don't
You're
know
using
if
this
it's
for a lot of.
really-
You're using this for a minor reason, but I will allow it for this. If Cersei is repentant of her misdeed and she apologizes, it was an unwitting act. Then the burden is lifted.
What does that mean?
That means that Cersei no longer karmically owes these guys anything. They might feel that she does, but because of the power of magic, she doesn't karmically owe them anything. Whatever, dudes. I don't care if you're mad about your hammocks falling over. I don't owe you anything. I apologize. I've been atoned.
In Brian's defense, karmically, Cersei would be very concerned about that, actually.
Yeah.
As Sam, sorry.
Yeah. But you've been atoned, so you don't have to.
So how does that help
Joanna
us?
atoned you. She's like, no, it's cool. I got this one.
Sorry.
I think that means Joanna should do something to make it right, I guess. And you atoned Cersei.
I'm trying to look and see which would be the best way to
Look, we may have to kill them.
In the middle of a city?
I'm not gonna
In
kill
the heart
them.
of this.
Yeah.
What else are we gonna do?
In the middle of the tourist district?
Does anybody have any better ideas? What else do we do here? Can we just walk away? Are they gonna follow us and attack
So
us?
I've got animate plants, which means I can make the trees attack those people.
There we go.
Whoa. Didn't we just placate these people? Now we just have to sweeten the deal and we can walk away?
Yeah, I think they just, like, you ruin their vacation, make some kind of reparations, and you're probably fine.
So can I?
They seem just like two nice folks. These are just two nice folks who are enjoying some time in the swamp, in the dome, in the safety
Can I
of the
just give them
dome.
a couple gold pieces?
Yeah, that's probably a great way to get some tourists back on your side. Toss them some gold, apologize.
Yeah, 5 gold. I'll give them 5 gold.
I'll see if that
Say,
works.
We're sincerely sorry.
Alright, they're still 5 gold, they still seem pretty angry. These are brand new hammocks, he says.
10 gold.
Ooh, how about this?
You're good.
I'll offer... Aw.
You can still offer something if you want to be nice.
No, my idea was kind of mean. I would offer them this lovely hammock that I crafted out of barbed wire netting.
I'm just trying to think of
plant
something.
growth to try and to fix these 2 trees.
I mean, it's because the plant growth takes place over a long period of time, so it won't happen instantly.
That's okay.
But yeah, you'd be like, these trees will be better later. I don't think they were so much concerned about the trees as they were
Well,
about
I'm
you were in their
concerned
vacation.
about the
You should
trees.
be. You're a druid. You take care of the
I'm
trees.
doing this for my own bad self, not for
All right.
them.
You get down, you touch the trees, make them feel better. Do you guys still have a bunch of poop on your front porch?
So
Yeah, let's shovel them off. We'll use
No.
the,
can
we'll
I
use the poop
that
for manure
to
for the
fertilize
trees.
the trees. That
Yeah, you
Ah,
You can use the poop on the tree.
Okay, can
Yeah.
I poop on the
That
tree?
should help them grow.
You add poop to the tree.
Yeah.
Luckily for you, these swamp people don't seem to mind. A lot of towns that would get you fined, but this particular town, I will let you put poop on a tree.
Well, I'm not putting poop on the tree. I'm like tilling it into the soil with the freshly replanted tree and the spell.
You're dumping
that I
poop into the swamp water and stirring it around. I got it.
Replenishing the nitrogen.
There you go.
They're cool with it. Yeah.
Because
No one
the trees
no one
will
seems to
grow faster
mind.
and Stronger.
Even the 2 people who had their hammocks there, which have now moved because it smells like horse poop. They're not complaining otherwise.
Trust us, we're druids. We
Yeah.
know what
Trust
we're
the
doing.
wind, blow the smell away.
Yeah, gentle wind.
So here you guys are in Delboop, surrounded by Gilman and Grippleys, little tadpole school, their underwater menagerie,
Do I have
small
to go
toxin.
somewhere to sign up for this?
Yeah, Cersei will take Aristophanes to the group of Gamma, and I don't know what Juan and Kit want to do, but they can just hang out in the hut with Froderick for a minute if they want to.
Yeah, I mean, if it's like a touristy
A lot of
town, you
hut
could also
time.
just like walk around.
Going on.
So Aristophanes, you join the Grupo Gamma. Cersei will get you all signed up. So you must agree to work for Cranagris, and you will get an acid ink tattoo. Looks like a little frog face. Both of those live here. A lot of them moved here from the
See
swamp.
that frog that I drew right there, Brian?
Yep.
That's for the tattoo.
Nice.
The backwards G, regular G, and then the
Yep.
smiley face.
Yep, it's a frog.
I like it. So I just joined another guild.
Also, my tattoo was on my navel, like around my stomach, so I don't know where yours goes, but that's where mine went.
Yeah. They'll give you the option of either right arm or navel.
We'll do naval.
Alright, so you get an acid burn tattoo in your fur there. But you now have the Grupo Gamma mark on you, proving you're part of the Westlinia military. You're now sign up for a month of training, in which they will teach you once a day the ability to lily pad stride. 10 minutes, I think Cersei was talking about, where lily pads appear under your feet. They will teach you how to do that. You also get a snorkel suit for shallow water diving.
Just in shallow water.
Yep, it's a snorkel, so as long as you can get your head, you have to be like just below the surface, basically. Other than that, it's a full skin suit with flippers, goggles. Like I said, there are 3 types of frogmen, which is the other name of the Grupo Gamma. A more common name for humans would call the frogmen, but they call themselves the Grupo Gamma. There are combat divers, special mission divers, and work divers. I think you expressed interest in the special mission divers.
Yes.
Alright, so you'll spend the next month training how to survey, recover objects, monitor the enemy, especially from coming in from the water. Of course, that's what their main skill is. They can sneak in from off-land into cities from the docks, get information, and then leave. So you cover a lot of like sneaking in and sneaking out of cities, so you get a +1 to sense motive and a +1 to stealth at the end of your training. You've also now agreed to sign up for a lifetime of service. So you've signed a contract with the Grupo Gamma. This contract will oblige you to a lifetime of service. This is a HBI formed contract, so it's a pretty serious contract. So basically, you are a free agent to travel as you will, but if they call for you, you must report to duty, or else, by terms of the contract, you will be punished, which you can assume are pretty bad if it's an HBI contract. They provide you with a communication bubble, which will work whenever it is placed in water. It'll float. Floating in water like that is a direct line to the Westlinia Secret Services. It can transmit messages, give you missions. You're expected to check in at least once a month. If there's a mission in your local area, they'll give you one. If not, you just you don't have anything to do that month. You can go on with your life. This communication bubble is about the size of a marble, so you can easily hide it on your person. It looks like an innocuous marble and doesn't do anything unless it's placed in water.
Would there be a magical item place, market area?
And there's all kinds of markets. Not here. You're now underwater in the underwater part of the city, so you'll be swimming around making swim checks and stuff. It's got a very shallow part of it. It has this above that has like an air pocket, pretty much. But if you went back above the Grupo Gamma Guild, back into the normal part of the city, there's plenty of shops up there, the top swamp.
Do we want to do that?
I don't know. I would warn you that from my Arcana check, this is a sentient sword.
Uh-huh.
It has knowledge of what's going on around it. It's able to influence those around it.
All the more reason to get rid of it.
And he's
Well,
an asshole.
We could try a little remove curse on the sword and see what happens.
I mean, what do you think will happen to the sword if you moved it for a
It's
professional
always a
sword?
possibility.
Would it become just a
to try.
regular sword?
There's a chance it's going to backfire on us no matter what.
I really have no use for it anyway, so sure, let's see what happens.
You cast Remove Curse on the sword.
Yeah, it's either we sell it or we try to dismantle it.
Yeah. So you want to dismantle it?
Well, you probably get way more money for a magical curse sword than for a sword that has that curse removed, maybe.
Yeah. There's a chance that spell wouldn't work. I say we just sell it. That's what I would vote for.
Alright, let me try remove curse on it anyway, just for giggles.
Alright, you cast Remove Curse on the sword.
Alright.
You
Yeah.
cast Remove Curse on the sword, nothing happens.
Fine.
The sword is not cursed. It's intelligent and magical, but not cursed. If you guys go back above water, a guy in one of the sales tents up there, set above the swamp, who will offer you 1,900 gold for it.
Tell him to go fuck right off.
What a steal.
Who has a
Praise check?
Yeah, that's the skill.
or some sort of diplomacy-based skill that would help in negotiating a higher price?
You're not going to get much higher than that, and for such what is supposedly a powerful sword, it was the one thing left behind when we killed this person.
Yeah, but we don't have any use for it. It's useless to us.
True, you can't even wield it without it poking you in the hand.
Yeah. What will we do with it? It might as well be a regular sword because we can't use it.
What if I teleport 600 miles out into the ocean, drop it, and then teleport back while levitating or flying?
I'm okay with that if Aristophanes is.
But
Why are you just getting
Why-
rid of
why-
it rather than selling it?
yeah, why would that be better than getting money for it?
I don't know. I know it belonged to a person that was dangerous to someone that I was close with, so I'm wary of it.
Yeah, and you say that this sword is obviously attuned to someone, probably to him. So you're worried it might either attract Archaon or be somehow bound to Archaon.
So you want to put the sword in a place where nobody can get to it, including the person it's attuned to.
It's just an option. I really don't care. It's not a big deal. If you want the 1,900 gold, take the 1,900 gold.
What's going to happen if we sell the sword and it gets back to that person? Like, are we worried about that? Or
There's infinite possibilities. That's the best thing about this game.
Will you live or will you die? Come on, let's take the possibilities.
what do you think, Yuan? Banish the sword or use it for selfish gain?
I mean, I am kind of a fan of banishing it because of who owned it.
Vanishing it.
And that means it probably came from the same place that that guy came from, and he was a selfish death person.
A selfish death person?
I've got a great idea. I've got a wonderful idea. If we don't want to sell it, and we're not sure how to get rid of it, I can just open up a fun little interdimensional door inside of the hut, throw it into the room, close it with a magical rune that only I know about and you guys, and only we would be able to get a hold of it.
We could, I mean, it would always be available for exploitation later on if we wanted to.
Sure.
You got something
But-
he would need, yeah.
Yeah, it stays in a safe space. Okay, yeah, I can get
Yeah,
down.
totally.
I feel like you would want to sell it more than anything else, really.
No, it's just being greedy. I don't need the money.
Yeah, you were hurting for money though. You were.
Well, now he's
Well, I
not.
was, but then we got that. Yeah, we recovered some money from you.
I thought that's how I
Happy
did.
to you, by the way. You're welcome for that.
Yeah, that was good.
You're stuck in town for at least a month to do Grupo Gamma stuff. Cersei's got a couple weeks left here, probably 2 to 3 to train.
You guys, what you want to do with it? I can hide it in the hut for almost forever.
I'm down with
Yeah.
that.
Hide it in the hut.
That's a form of banishment.
All right, Cersei, you go into the hut after you signed Aristophanes up for the Grupo Gamma. You guys return. You're still in the middle of the tourist district, sort of swamp deep. You kind of moved your house into wherever. But there seem to be a lot of people who have kind of been camping here, setting up either little cabins or tents or lean-tos in different camping areas. It's kind of how they do their tourist area here. So you're not really
And your
bothering.
hut on
You're not
chicken
really
fence.
bothering anyone other than your hut dances, and has knocked over a couple trees. One guy is having a really crazy vacation now. But you go into the hut, climb up to the porch somehow. Do you guys have a rope dangling down or something? Or you climb up the legs or flying up to the hut? How are you guys getting up the 15 foot up to the porch?
I assumed it was a rope ladder.
I think at one point there was a rope dangling there, but I don't know if you guys left it there or
Me and
what.
Joey have.
They were in each end of the porch, right?
Well, he's still got one. I'll have the other one, and I can, very nice.
Do you write that on the door?
Yeah.
Alright, so on the door in wizard code, you write the word boobs. And in doing
Okay.
so, you draw a door in chalk, I assume? Do you use
Yep.
arcane mark on the door, or do you write that in chalk?
I arcane mark the door.
Okay, and then you use open to open the door?
Yeah.
Alright, and you cast open to open the door. The door opens to reveal an extra-dimensional space about the same size as the room you're in, so about 45 by 45 feet. As long as the door is open, there is air circulating the room. As soon as the door closes, it is not, but the door will remain open until you cast close on it. Until then, you have an extra room that's attached to your house.
Brian.
I'll put
Yeah.
my skeleton horse in there as well.
Yeah, they don't need to breathe. So you put your skeleton horse away in the room, and the black sword are now locked away, and then I guess you cast close on the magical door.
Yep.
And then you wash off the chalk and stuff, remove the arcane mark.
Yep.
Alright, and then it looks just like a normal one-room hut again. Now the sword is in an extra-dimensional space.
Oh no.
A small
What am I
demi-plane.
possibly- Huh?
A small demi-plane, if you will.
Oh no, what am I gonna do?
I don't know. So you have locked away Archaon, the Ever-Chosen Sword, in a hidden room in your hut. You guys are spending some time here in Delbloop training with the Grupo Gamma.
Honeymoon in Delva.
There's a reason you record, Brian, because I don't remember anything.
I remember nearly everything that just happened over
Yeah,
the
I
past
remember.
hour and a half.
They spent, I'm telling you, 30 minutes making fish tacos.
Oh,
Yes.
shit, I forgot that. That's the most important thing. Wait,
They-
you didn't
they
make fish
questioned-
tacos last
I'm almost
week?
glad I didn't record the part where you guys made fish tacos.
So Cersei spent some time harvesting minerals from a whole bunch of rocks that she picked up.
Arlock and Morgan
600 pounds of fish, 9 large fish.
Out on the docks.
Entered into the swamp, ran into a giant turtle that tried to eat his friend.
Turtle Flap, young master Turtle Flap.
Turtle Flap.
Yeah, he was on a mission to get a water strider nymph for his quest to become a man.
That didn't work out, so he ran.
And instead, he lost his hand.
Yeah, and then was then unable to catch one after that because he couldn't grab one.
The bronze leader promised to come back and get him a mechanical hand.
And Juwan collected a bunch of algae.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of bottles and jars with lids and got some green and red algae, thick swamp grass, purple swamp lily, which means I can comprehend any language if it's made into an oil and put in your ears. I got a four-leaf clover, a spider lily, poison spider lily, which the oil makes you be able to walk on water, and some swamp potatoes, which I added to the graduation from mysterious whatever feast that the fish tacos were a part of.
And so at the end of the month, after Aristophanes and Cersei finished their mysterious schooling, you guys threw a big party with all the fish and the various ingredients you guys have been able to collect.
And we had a contest, a fish taco eating contest.
Yeah.
Right, and Morgan and Cersei both cheated using sleight of hand in order to make it appear that we ate 23 fish tacos while shoving them into our bags of holding.
Very clever.
And everybody else ate.
Yeah, but then you guys tied, and there was no prize or anything for winning other than pride among your group. And then you guys realized you would like to probably leave Delbop sometime soon, but that your hut would not fit out the front door. Is that correct?
Correct. Cersei teleported Morgan over to Owestra so she can get proper prenatal care for her bun in the oven.
Alright, so Morgan's been dropped off in Owestra, and then Cersei teleported back to the hut.
Now, Cersei's going to try to collect some stuff from Owestra to help with the hut teleportation process.
Alright, so Cersei stays in Owestra as well.
Well, yeah, I collected some swamp water and gave it to the hut so that we'd be able to come back.
So you have a jar of swamp water in the hut?
No, like 3.
3 jars.
3 jars just on the floor in the hut somewhere?
No, in the pantry. Wherever
the pantry's magical.
So wherever all the supplies for traveling go.
They go in the pantry, but if you put them in the pantry and they haven't been made into something in the cauldron, they're going to vanish. So go ahead and put them in the pantry, but...
No, they're going to be on the floor.
Because you don't know that, so you can't not put them in there. That's where you think they're going to go.
I'm going to draw a door with chalk and make that one of our extra-dimensional spaces for pantry.
How do you label this door to differentiate it from every other door you'll ever draw?
I'm going to draw a couple other doors as well. I don't think we've talked about there being a bathroom in there, and I think that's kind of important.
Well, even if you draw the door, it doesn't just turn into a bathroom. It's just going to be another 30-foot or 45-foot empty room. You have to just poop in there. Leave poop on the floor.
We're the ones that make it into the bathroom.
You guys are just having a room full of shit. Oh, that's good.
Extra dimensional shit.
That's your own septic tank.
So WC. Yeah. No, that one's gonna have the crescent moon from the outhouse on for the poop room.
All right. So every time you use that room, you guys have to cast the spell open to open the door and the spell close to close it and close the room off again.
Holy crap.
And then erase the door to get it off the wall if you don't want the door to be there. Or you can leave that washroom closet door up all the time and don't erase it, and then just have to cast open and close when you want to use the door.
We'll have to start a pantry. Oh man. Draw panties. No, I don't want to draw panties.
I assume you do this before you teleport Morgan to Owestra.
Well, this door is going to say butts on it.
Butts.
Alright, so in the butts door, you put what?
That's going to be where we start putting our pantry items.
Food items. I guess preferably non-perishable because things still perish in there. Yeah. There's no air in there, so they won't perish as fast, but they still will decay. Still happens. It's not a limited time.
That's pretty much,
time still passes.
For our group, I suppose.
It does prevent it for a longer period of time. Alright, and then what happened to Finn/Bahamut?
So Bahamut crossed the passage to Bosifosal in the clear. It was dragon hibernating season. So he had this partner, Enrique, which goes together.
Yeah, it's a buddy system, right?
Everything. Yeah.
Everyone on board has a buddy that has to follow them around and make sure they're safe. You don't like this
Enrique's very-
Yeah, but
program.
Enrique took it a little too far.
Yeah, he's always knocked on your door whenever you were in plant form or other non-humanoid form. While you were a
Asking
bowl
how
of
your
soup.
day's going.
Yeah, you got really irritated by him. So by the
one
end of your
night,
5-month journey,
Megatron or what?
I brought him out to the bow of the ship, and we did a little Titanic action, and I slit his throat.
well, you snuck up behind him and used your like rogue sneak attack and just like cut him, right? But that didn't kill him.
Yeah,
He still called out for help.
he's gurgling,
Yeah.
and I tried to push him off.
How'd that
He
go?
was, of course, trouble again.
Dude, what happened? Was
I
it,
wouldn't
his
go.
foot got stuck, right? His foot gets stuck in the railing.
Attempted to do it again, and got away with it, and then
So he
screamed.
fell in the water and he splooshed into the water and his body thundered against the boat. And you screamed like you were screaming for help and you bluffed to the first two people that ran outside who were some other sort of like buddy system, younger adventurers who were kind of along for the ride, kind of like you are. And they believed you. And then,
Well, I said that, and I said that Enrique was infatuated.
yeah, so you pulled the old suicide bluff. And they believed you, and then two higher up officers came out, and they almost didn't believe you, but you used a hero point and made them believe you. And you're not charged with any crime or anything. Your clothes are just now all covered in blood, so you kind of
In
ruined your
fact, people
outfit.
gave me tuna casserole for it.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
what
you got
wanted
condolence
to kill it.
dishes. And then you guys landed at the
Which is
dock.
teaching me an awesome lesson.
Yeah, definitely Bachman's getting the wrong idea about the material plane, for sure. But his outfit's sort of ruined and crusty now, and you guys have docked out of Fofo Sifosa, which when you arrive there, you see no city, all you see is a door.
And we tried singing, chanting, knocking.
You and
yelling,
5 other young adventurers, 3 monks, a barbarian, and a sorcerer.
And a barbarian.
Yep. And you guys are all there now trying to figure out what's up with this door.
Don't monks or sorcerers, like, don't they have, like, powers of some sort? Like, can't they do something about this?
Yeah, he's got open close. He does.
Well, let's do it. What?
Alright,
Sorcerer.
you're gonna suggest it? You're gonna say, hey man, how about this open close spell? He'll try it. He will open the door. He will cast open on the door after some suggestions from his friends. The door will magically open and reveal behind it the Maelstrom, the place you come from, Limbo. The ever-changing,
Wait, Hold on. Sifosa is in the Maelstrom? I thought it was a town on the outliers of the Maelstrom.
Oh, it was. But apparently now this door opens right to the Maelstrom, and you see what looks like portions of the Wizard City, but it's being constantly shifted and changed the way things in the Maelstrom are, so it's being like, its form is constantly being altered and torn apart and shifting. And you see like some wizards there, some seem to be holding it together, some on the outlying parts don't seem to be holding it together as well. It's going to be driven into madness or torn apart particle by particle. But you see in the Maelstrom, you see Kegatars flying around, Nonets, you see the same wildlife and the madness that you were used to, the ever-changing environment of Limbo, stretched out in front of you through this door.
I have no idea what to do, because I know that Bahamut in some part wants to, rejoin with the Maelstrom, but I feel like he's also aware that he's mortal now. But if Finn dies while he's in the Maelstrom, won't he just be returned to the Maelstrom? He'll be a Kakatar without a crown? Like, what are we... I just don't know.
You have a lot to lose, yeah. I mean, you weren't supposed to return until you have your crown, right?
Right.
So you don't have a crown yet. This is the door. You know how to get back into Maelstrom when you want to now.
I feel like I have a path, and there are Summonex that shows great chaos in this area.
Well, there is, because there's a direct portal to the Maelstrom.
I know, but I need like a... Can I pray to a different Guardian Lord?
Yeah, please do.
Ilsterish, the Wanderer. He's used to being in a corporal body, in and out of the Maelstrom. I think I'll pray to Ilsterish, the Wanderer, and see
Alright.
if he has any advice.
You stand in front of this open door and you say a prayer to Il-Suresh the Wanderer, the Protean Lord, who often appears sort of like a coalescent cloud of light.
And it's been known to take corporal bodies.
Yeah, does take different forms. But you know he is the Wanderer, and you hear follow the stars.
What?
Follow the stars.
Ah, come on, man.
Fucking God.
Yeah, roll me a
Cryptic
perception
jerks.
check, because they're cryptic jerks.
24.
In the distance you see an explosion in the sky.
Oh no!
In from the Maelstrom or like around?
What would be west of here, sort of northwest of here, although you'd have to roll survival to know that, but in the distance in the sky, sort of past the door, But actually, you were staring through the door into the maelstrom, like contemplating walking in, and you said this prayer, and you heard those words, and then almost immediately there was an explosion in the sky behind the door that drew your attention away from the maelstrom and to the distance far, far northwest of here.
Alright, and I've got a native in my party, right?
The barbarian, I believe, is from this side of the
The
mountains.
barbarian.
Yeah.
The half-elf barbarian.
Would you like to ask him where that explosion was coming from, or whether they
Yeah.
Dude,
Roll me a diplomacy for WTF.
22?
Yeah, he'll say that seemed to come from the western shore past Cranagris, probably Pont Vita Westra. And from the fact that it was an explosion in the sky, he would maybe assume it was a rocket from Pont Vide.
Can I do knowledge points to learn more about
Pont Vide to see if you were ever educated about it.
I have a map of an island, but it doesn't have anything written on it.
No, you gotta write stuff on.
Sure where I am.
No, nothing's labeled. You gotta label everything
barbarian
yourself.
would know if he's from this side.
Yeah, the barbarian might be able to point something out for you. It's true, he's from here, so he might be able to help you label it.
Okay, can he?
You want a diplomacy? Ask the barbarian to help you label your map.
You're like, hey, look.
25?
Yes, he will help you label your map of West Linya. He's from this side of the island. His geography is not great, but he will. I'll see what he remembers, and I'll tell you the name of certain things. All right, so he definitely knows Cranagris, which is the large gray castle, sort of in the center of the island, known for its gambling and great graveyard, all the fallen heroes of the last Great War. West of there, near the swamp, is a city called Pont Vide.
It's got a big star as the symbol.
It's marked with a nova. Just west of Cranagris is a city called Pont Vide, in between it and the swamp. Southwest of there is a city that's closely associated with Pont Vide. Both cities were started by the same family, rival brothers. This city is called Oestra, sort of south of the forest there. He knows the city that you guys are at, Fofosi, Fosa, also known by those three names separately. Very small city on your map. Far to the southeast, probably the first southeastern city to have a dock.
The little baby one.
Little tiny little baby one right there. Little itty bitty one right by the mountains.
Oh.
The little itty bitty boopy baby one.
Okay, so that's Fosi. So in the west is Pont Vide, which we can see, right?
Not from where you are, no. But you did see the explosion in the sky over the castle. You can sort of see the castle from here. In the distance, you see the towers of the castle.
It's that big.
It is that big.
It is to the west.
Pont Vide is west of the castle, sort of in between the castle and the swamp. It has no port.
The weird bit with all the dashes is the swamp.
Okay, good. Okay. That's a bit far, isn't it? Good, probably. Can I roll Diplo to see if anybody's interested in finding it, since this place is really scary?
Yeah.
14.
Only one of them is willing to come with you.
Which one?
It is going to be one of the half-elf monks named Kareem.
Ah.
Kareem will come with you, but the rest all head into the maelstrom, and the sorcerer closes the door behind them.
Ooh.
He didn't want to leave it open. He didn't feel like that was safe. Once you guys said you weren't coming, he said, we're going in. And
You don't need a doorway.
snap. But they do, and they don't understand that you don't. They can't wrap their heads around that. Doors do help, though. The doorway would be the weakest spot. You know what I mean? Like, that is the easiest place to come through for you and for them, no matter which side you're on.
So Fosi Fosa is no more. It's just the maelstrom.
Well, yeah, it's in the maelstrom, separated into several pieces. You don't know that, but I guess you saw part of the city there. You've never seen the whole city, so you wouldn't know that. But yeah, currently it is in several places. But
That doesn't matter since I haven't found anybody to update me on this pathetic child I'm supposed to.
no, there's been no word of the child. It's a chase.
It's a twerk.
He's the closest thing I have to finding my crown, apparently. At least that's what I've been led to believe.
It's true.
Yeah, that's true. You're gonna be so disappointed when you find Kit. Oh man.
Well, that's what the material plane's all about for a kick time. Being disappointed over and over again, being frustrated.
Yeah.
Because you can't bend things to your will.
You can't bend things to your
They're not
will.
chaotic enough.
Random good things just don't just happen all the time.
I can't shift my body into whatever I want.
No, it's just frustrating.
My
got-
insides stay the same all the time.
You got a map. You can go somewhere else.
Yeah.
I know. I'm going to Pont Vide, I guess. What's the safest? I guess. I mean, like, we're both really weak. He's a freaking monk. What is he doing?
He's not even carrying a staff or anything. He's just walking, carrying very little other than a small sack full of books.
What the hell?
A rope.
I feel like I should murder him just to teach him a freaking. Why are you unarmed? You're going to the maelstrom. What is wrong with you?
He's got books. He's just
Kareem,
armed.
what are you doing with your life? He might be beneficial. I'll keep him around for a second. Jeez.
Hot minute, you're allowed to live.
Well, I could just say, you ditch the maelstrom. You don't have a sorcerer to open it back up. Do you want to go see what that explosion was about?
Yeah, he'll go with you for that, but he won't follow you. So that'll be me still controlling him with that.
I just want annoying.
Oh, then you don't want to follow then if you think he's annoying.
Well, I mean, if you control
Well,
him, you can make him not annoying.
It would have been something if he was a barbarian.
It's true. I mean,
Well, Kit used to be annoying.
Then I
and then
could
I
just
mean,
he could try to prove his value to you. All along this boat ride, everyone's looked up to you because you're obviously a wearied older traveler who's obviously experienced much of the world. You can see it in your face that you've lived a long and hard life.
I look weary and cold.
Yeah, to this guy apparently. I mean, he's a half elf, so I mean, you can. Yeah, of course he's rude. He's a half elf talking to a halfling. Although I'm but a monk, and maybe you don't see the value in my profession, he says, I promise I can be of great aid to you. He says, do you need me to prove my worth?
yup.
Roll for initiative.
No, he's gonna hurt.
No.
He's a monk, so
Ooh.
I rolled a natural 20 for initiative, so 25. Plus a natural 20, so unless you also roll a natural 20, I'm going first.
I didn't roll a natural 20. What is he doing to me?
So he's going to attack you, unarmed, with a flurry
He's gonna
of
slap me in the face.
blows with fists. But he's not going to do very well. I got a 9 and a 15 versus your AC.
My AC is 19.
Yeah, so both misses.
Wait, so he just bats at me? It's a really good job there, mate. Like, what the
Yeah,
hell?
so I intimidated that.
I'm sorry, I'm just playing that out in my head. It's so ridiculous. Yeah, you proved yourself.
Alright, so you bat his hands away very easily because you're obviously a great rogue who's been in many fights. And you have no trouble dodging his blows, but you play it off like, yeah, you're right. You got some moves, kid. And you let this young guy follow you.
Pick up a stick.
Roll me a perception check to see if you can find a stick for him.
Need something.
Yeah, roll me a perception check to grab him a stick and be like, here, use this.
And I'm not interested in dying. Let's just put that out there.
He doesn't have to die.
Let's see if you find a stick
wait.
with a 16.
I should ask this. Is there any way I make sacrifices to my gods to get a better reading?
Yeah.
Good to know.
Yeah.
Alright, let's go.
You have to roll a knowledge religion for me to tell you more than that. I can't just yes, and here's exactly what you do. You have to roll to know that stuff. If you have a knowledge religion good enough to know what to do in those kind of circumstances, yes.
Continuing onward into darkness.
It's very hard to see more than 5 or 10 feet around you, unless even with dark vision, that's about as far as you can see. If you don't have dark vision, you probably need to light a torch. If you light a torch, seeing farther than 30 feet is difficult. And seeing around the corner is difficult, of course. In a hallway like this, you can only pretty much see from one end of a hallway to another. So
I
you
do
have to
have dark vision. What do I see?
Alright, you see, like I said, a turn ahead to the right. You see your friend Cuthbert there beside you. Although you can tell he's feeling around blindly, you can tell looking at him that he can't see anything. He's like, where am I? Where's the walls? There's sort of walls on either side of you guys, approximately 10 feet on either side. The wall seems to continue behind you. You can't see how far the room continues behind you with your dark vision. There's nothing really for you to see, just blackness. In front of you, you do see a turn to the right. Alright, so you guys want to rest in this 10-foot hallway right here in this spot where you kind of arrived?
Yeah, that'd be good for me.
Alright. I think Cuthbert will also be okay with resting for a moment, I
Fall
guess.
asleep on the ground as soon as
You guys want to sleep in shifts, that way someone's always on guard?
We'll have someone who isn't...
8 hours and 8 hours, so you guys can each roll a d8 plus constitution modifier and heal that much. And then during your watch period, the time, your 8 hours that you're doing your guard, you can prepare your spells or whatever you do for an hour if you are that kind of player. Although I know the gunslinger is not, so you could just spend an hour polishing his gun or whatever. And then another 7 hours just hoping nothing comes down the hallway while you're asleep. Or resting, I guess we should say.
Right,
You don't really sleep, you just rest.
Yeah, I got 6 back. And all my spells.
It comes to a total of 10.
So yeah, you're full hit points anyway, so yeah. I'll roll to see if anything happens while you guys are sitting there, but the hallway seems to get darker.
Magical darkness.
Yeah, obviously, or it couldn't get darker because there's no source of light, and you were using dark vision. But like even your dark vision range, it seems to be shrinking the longer you stand still. Archaon, the Evertooth, and you can barely see more than 5-10 feet ahead of you. Cuthbert can't see at all unless you guys have some sort of
Do I
light.
sense something alive?
You don't sense anything yet, no.
Ah.
Well, I can't really do much of a perception check, right? Because I can't really see anything.
Yeah, it would be. Well, you still could do a perception check. Would be based all on your hearing and smell and like just sense of touch. You'd be, you're limited to what you can perceive right now.
I mean, the only thing I really have is a climber's kit.
So maybe some of that rope. You might be able to cut off a 1 foot portion of rope and knot it around a stick and make a torch.
I'll do that, and I can just press ignite. Awesome.
And do you have what kind of stick? Are you putting on the end of your sword or something?
I mean, I've got a scimitar, and then I've got my musket. I could put on like the end of my musket or something, tie it off.
That seems dangerous. There's all that gunpowder residue and stuff. I would say a sword might be a better idea. First thing that happens is the sword tip gets really, really hot. You can use the scimitar to cut off a 1 foot portion of rope. Use me a survival check to fasten that rope around the top of it, making like a monkey's fist or something to put on the top.
It's a total of 11.
Well, not great. It's kind of loose. You think you can probably still light it on fire, but it's got like dangly bits. It's not on there very well. You're afraid it might fall off the sword once it catches on fire.
Fine, light it. We'll at least be able to see in the immediate area.
You cast Ignite, it doesn't stay lit for more than 1 round, though. It stays lit for 1 round and then goes out. Because there's no accelerant on the rope.
Like grease?
You want me to put grease on there?
No, that's butter. That won't work. We know that. Yeah, for this 1 round, so you have 6 seconds. You can see from one end of the hallway to the other. Behind you, you see the hall seems to turn to the left, while ahead of you it turns to the right.
Can we run up to to where either side starts, and then look down both hallways?
You have 1 round, and you can move that far in 1 round. So yeah, I'll let you guys. Do you each want to move it in a different direction?
Yeah, sure.
I mean, I guess just see if we can see how far we can actually see down the hallway, like when we stand in front of the right and the left side.
Yeah. So who wants to go forward to the right, and who wants to go backwards to the left?
Oh, okay. Forward, back. Okay.
Okay, I'll go behind to the left.
All right. So you go backwards and to the left. Cuthbert goes forward and to the right. And
Sure. I mean,
who wants to peek around their corner first?
All right, so 25.
All right. So you look around the corner and you see a wall.
All right. Well,
About 15 feet away, you see a dead end, basically.
So let's go the other way.
All right, so you turn back around. You no longer see Cuthbert at the other end of the hall, though.
Fantastic.
You now see another wall behind you and a curve to the left, about 10 feet. It's like the hallway shrunk or changed while you turned around.
Oh, it's a fucking living labyrinth.
Cuthbert, you get to roll your perception now.
It's a total of 6.
All right, so your light starts to dim. You don't see very far down the hallway. You do sort of see that the hallway continues forward and to the left in a short distance ahead of you, but you don't see that for very long before the light goes out. And I think you turn around just in time, maybe call for Archaon, and you hear no reply. Yeah, so they follow. So all 3 birds do not answer you. You can't see because it's dark, but they don't answer you when you call. You don't hear anything.
It's blind in there, man.
Damn, I should have taken some of your guys with me. Dark vision. Well, I guess I know there's a path to the up on the left, so I guess I'll feel around the wall and see if I can find that new pathway.
The torchlight went out, but you can feel around the walls with your hands. You'll feel an opening to the left, and the path continues forward just around the corner.
Well, there is only one way left because the other way is a dead end, right?
Yeah, one way appears to be a dead end. There's a wall, and then a curve around that leads to the left. So yeah, you probably would head away from the wall.
Not go towards the wall.
All right, Cuthbert, what did you decide, to go forward or to the left?
Oh, I thought there was only one pathway. I'll go forward. I'll continue to go forward.
You go forward.
Good.
All right, so you head away from the dead end. You go around the corner. Roll me a perception check with your dark vision.
That's a 30.
You see to your left, down a hallway, a 10-foot long pit that leads towards another hallway, and then the hallway also leads forward and an opening to the left ahead.
Fly over the pit.
All right, so you've flown over this pit. You can either go to the left or right after you've flown over the pit.
Let's go to the left, because I like left.
All right, Cuthbert, you've reached the end of this hallway by feeling around. It now seems to curve to the left. I have to roll a percentage die to see if anything happens to you on the curve. Oh, and something does, my friend. It's not going to go well for you. Only because you're totally blind and have no health. I feel bad.
Well, I just regained all my health, didn't I, since we rested?
Oh yeah, you do have... Okay, so you have health. Whew. This won't be that bad.
You can't see, and you
But you
have
can't
brain-
see. You do only have 9 health total.
Yep.
So I need you to roll for initiative. I got a 14.
16.
Roll me... Well, you... Perception check, I guess, still, even though you can't see anything.
17.
Alright, so you reach your hand out and touch something crystalline that seems to hiss at you. It's sort of, using your perception check, feeling its body, sort of feels like what a scorpion would feel like, about the size of a house cat.
I have my scimitar in hand. I'm gonna maybe use my melee. That's 11.
So 11's a miss. So you swing and you miss at this thing, but of course you can't see, you're in the dark, so it's no surprise. You touched something, you freaked out and swung your sword. It reacted, probably backed up just fast enough. You even like heard it go tink and hit this thing. It's gonna come at you now. That's going to be a 24 versus your AC, which is gonna be a hit. And it's gonna be enough to knock you unconscious.
Oh my god.
10 damage, yeah. Arcan, do you have a hero point?
Yeah, I do.
Could you want to go back into time? Do you want to be a hero here and go back in time to the point before you guys
I will.
split up?
I'll use my hero point.
Alright, be a hero.
I'll use my hero point and go back in time, and we'll be like, hey, so remember that idea about
Take a
splitting up?
mulligan?
Yeah, Arcan be like, this might be, in your mind, here's what happened. When you use a hero point like that, what you do is you foresee what would have happened. So in your mind, you play it out in your mind, and you say, oh my god, if we split up, this could be a living
You're gonna
maze.
die.
We could get split up and you could die. I better stay with you just in case. We're better off if we stay together. So Archeon, instead of going backwards down the hall, will follow you forward. You will now all roll for initiative versus this creature. You're still at full health. Nothing ever happened, basically. Go forward like nothing ever happened.
Have a 24.
I rolled a 9 this time, so this time you guys have the jump on it, but probably because Arcan's with you and has dark vision and can see it down the hallway in front of you.
My first initiative was a 24, my next was a 12, and my next was a 5.
17.
Everyone except, I guess, who's that,
That was Chekhov.
Yeah.
He's
Alright.
always last.
Alright, so everyone except Chekhov. You can see it, though. Cuthbert still can't unless you provide some sort of magical light in some way.
I have light, I can cast light.
What do you cast light upon? And how long does it last?
So I guess I'm assuming we get close to Cuthbert, I'll just touch his foot.
Okay, so now his foot is a light. So you got 10 minutes of light there, Cuthbert, on your foot.
On his left foot, I'm to
Your left foot's basically like a flashlight now, so you can see the ground around you. It goes about the 30-foot radius around you is now illuminated. You can now see this crystalline-looking scorpion creature in front of you guys.
Alright,
That's
well,
your
I guess
standard
that's
to cast that spell, though, or whoever casted it.
I did.
That's a standard. Not unless you have a way to cast that spell as a swift.
I don't.
Yeah,
Oh wait,
no.
spell combat.
There's a way to do it. Yeah, if that's part of your spell combat, then I'll allow it. But then don't you have to hit his foot though? And maybe you did this right as this thing was near his foot because you saw it and you're like, this is like a reflex. You can like swing at the Chrismal and then like touch his foot on this upswing.
Be like boom, boom.
I'll allow it. I like that creative use of this combat maneuver, so go for it.
Cool.
You just don't do any extra spell damage because you're casting light on something. I should make I should make you be casting light on the Chrismal, but I'll allow you to do it on the backswing, cast it on his foot. But that means you have to beat his touch AC for the spell to work.
That is a 21.
21 is a hit.
7.
And then on the backswing, you touch Cuthbert's foot. So roll versus Cuthbert's AC for touch.
22.
I'm certain that beats Cuthbert's touch AC, so you alight his foot. So you hear Arcane Ever Chosen. How did you just attack this guy with what?
I attacked him with my claw.
Yeah, so you hear him scraping at something, and then he comes back at and flies by your foot really fast and lights it up. So now you can see around you. You see this crystalline being.
So 21.
That's enough to hit.
I got an 8.
You do 8 damage to this thing. I'm gonna let it. Yeah, I'm gonna say at least 4 of that was bludgeoning. So.
Why does the type of his damage matter?
You don't know. What you got, Sulu?
Crazy rapier skills.
How you gonna hold a rapier?
So,
You're a damn bird.
Hey, he has feelings. 22.
22's gonna be a hit, but you ain't got no damn sword. You're a bird.
Yeah.
You still do decent damage though. It's still like a D6 with your claws, which is pretty good. It's as much as most swords.
Say, 5.
5 damage as you try to scratch at this crystal. And then it goes down to this creature. I rolled a natural 1 for it though. So it's going to try to scurry away around the hallway. So it ducks around the corner very quickly. You guys can chase after it if you wish. We'll get their attack of opportunity as it scurries away.
Alright, I got
Check off
a
first.
18, for Sulu.
It's a miss for Sulu.
And a 23 for me.
That's a hit.
Alright.
So roll your 2 damages.
So we got a 3 and a 7.
Okay. And then Cuthbert gets 1 hit before it scurries around the corner. You see it turning around to run. Where you shot it, there's a chunk of crystal missing.
Alright, well, I'm going to shoot.
Because I can't do bludgeoning damage.
No, not with your claws. Not with
That's
your sword
another 8.
8. It flees around the corner. You guys can chase after it. You want to roll me a perception check?
It runs around another corner?
Yep, 2 corners. So roll me a perception check.
30 even.
That's a great perception.
I do have great perception.
23.
Yeah, both great perceptions. You guys both see this thing tear down the hallway. The hall sort of shifts off to the right and goes straight ahead, but this creature continues straight ahead.
Let's follow this thing.
It comes to another fork in the hallway and flees to the left.
I feel like we're going to be following it, and we're going to follow it right into a bunch of them.
Yeah, either it's like going back to, or it's going to where we need to go, yeah, or it could lead into a trap. So I don't know if it's good to like keep following it or go ahead and kill it. Maybe let's let it go and hopefully we get away before it can call on reinforcements or something.
You do get less experience when it flees, but
House rules.
Better than none. Yeah,
house
let's
rules
go
are
ahead
house
and,
rules, man. I feel like they're fair.
Go ahead and do a perception then, Gordon.
Alright,
Yeah.
I'll roll perception. Aw, damn it. Oh, I got 15.
You see it continue up ahead down this hallway, which curves to the left and the right. It heads to the left, but you guys don't have to follow it anymore if you don't want to. You can let it pass. You can go back the way you just came. You can go forward to the right or forward to the left. But you know
This is a living labyrinth, so no.
Yeah, it went forward and to the left.
What are the pathways like that we can see? The upward and to the left where this thing fled, and then
You can see one ahead of you to the right, and you can see one behind you to the right, and one behind you to the left. The one behind you to the right, if you were facing that direction, is the one you came from.
So there's a forward to the right?
let's go back into the left. That
Yeah.
way
Okay.
we'll be a little bit further from where it could potentially call upon its allies and follow us.
Yeah, you guys go back into the left. You reach a corner that veers to the left, and then again to the left, to the right again. Ahead of you is a large iron door, or a pathway to the left.
Oh, no, large door, because I like doors.
Alright, there's a large iron door with a lock.
Cast open.
It doesn't seem to work. The lock shutters, but the door does not open. The door seems like it tries to open but is unable. You hear it croaking and moaning, but it does not open.
Is it like a padlock deal, or is it just like, or is it like a huge latch, or what's
Can I smash it?
Yeah, it is a 4-digit number lock.
Can I break the lock?
I mean, it does seem to be a physical lock that you could break. It seems pretty tough. You can try to, though. Do you want to swing at it?
I feel like it's going to hurt me if I do.
No, I mean, you've touched the door already, and the door didn't hurt you, so it's not like a magically guarded door in that way. It seems magic. It is
yeah,
locked.
sure, why not?
That's not enough to damage the lock.
Can I try again?
I mean, if you want to keep on with rounds, or you can go around the full rotation, let all your guys try. So you're not the only guy trying to break this lock. But you see Arcan the Avatar was like pecking at this lock, trying to get this lock open, and you're like, no, hold on, let me try. Cuthbert, pull out your rifle. You better just like shoot this lock with your rifle.
So my roll was a 15.
Yeah, it's a miss. You shoot the door just below the lock. You miss the shot just slightly. And it barely makes a dent in the door. It makes a small divot. So like a very small indent about the size of your thumb.
I feel like it caused a lot of commotion.
You can see like the flat slug of the bullet like lodged there, but didn't go through it.
Okay, I hit a 25.
Yeah, you hit the lock. Roll the damage.
I got a 6.
You damaged the lock pretty well. It's pretty janky right now, but not totally broken.
Alright, I'm rolling for, I got a 22.
You hit the lock. Roll for damage.
8.
Pretty strong birds. You guys managed to snap this lock off this door and pry this heavy door open. A hallway stretches out ahead of you to the left and to the right.
Yay, we got through a door.
Oh, we opened the door. Nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just beat the
More
shit
hallway.
out of it so it opened.
Nice. So carry on. Left is good bet.
Roll me a perception check as you guys head left down this hallway.
20. Not down.
Okay. 8.
Alright, so Arcan will see it in time, but Cuthbert will not. Cuthbert, I need you to roll for initiative. I got a 13, so I have to beat a 13.
19.
Alright, so you beat it. So you are stepping into a mushroom bed, not thinking much about it. But Archeon sees this right away and tries to stop you from stepping in this mushroom bed. So Archeon, I need you to do something now to stop Cuthbert from stepping in this violet fungus bed, which you know is dangerous.
Be like, no!
Yeah, you know it's dangerous.
Be like, no!
So what is that, a reflex save? Or are you like flying in front of him, knocking him out of the way? Or so
Yeah.
Cuthbert, roll me a perception check to see if you hear Archeon yelling no at you.
That feels like some pretty low DC. I'm like right there yelling, no!
Right.
Stop! Stop!
10.
He keeps going. He's not paying any attention. He's like, whatever, you birds just squawking in my ear. Tendrils start reaching up from these mushrooms. You still have initiative, so you step on them, but you see tendrils reaching up towards you.
Alright,
but you know,
21.
yeah, you can go. I think that even beats Cuthbert. Not bad.
I'm lighting it on fire.
Well, do that. Cast the spell.
Ignite.
What is it?
Hey,
You cast Ignite.
Can I do like an acrobatic and maybe like try to evade?
Yeah. Roll me acrobatics to try to evade it.
Try your sweet backflips.
12.
Yeah, that's not going to be good enough to really avoid it. You're more not stumbling into it, but unable to get out of it because the tendril's reaching for you. Maybe it even grabs towards your foot. I have to wait till my turn to see if it actually gets you, but you aren't able to leap out of the way.
I guess flaming hands. Let's do that. That's basically like fire.
Yeah, flaming, that does damage. Burning Hand, cone-shaped burst. This does 1d4 points of fire damage per cast level, maximum 5d4.
Which is a 18.
Yeah, you're able to touch these mushrooms and light them. You do 3 damage. The fire seems to not last much longer than that, though. It like burns for a moment and then dies out.
Alright, yeah, so I got a natural 20 for Sulu and a 12 for Chekhov.
So a hit and a miss.
We have a 6 and a 5.
So what's my situation right now? I rolled an acrobatic last time. I got a 12.
That was still just your move, so you still have a standard if you want to attack this thing. You just kind of like moved your foot out of the way. You haven't stepped on it yet, but you see this thing like reaching for you. You now see a tentacle reaching up because you like stepped on it with your boot that's all lit up with light. So as soon as you started stepping on it, it started reaching up towards you, and you saw the tentacle, and you freaked out. You got your gun drawn.
All right, yeah. I guess I'll go ahead and roll for.
And we can assume you reloaded as you're walking down the hallway in this kind of situation. I don't assume you wouldn't reload your gun in a dangerous dungeon situation.
20.
That's a hit.
6.
6 damage.
Sounds like it's rolling into an ashtray. Like,
Yeah, you blast some of the caps off the tops of those mushrooms that are reaching for you. Now it gets a chance to try to attack you, though. That's going to be a 9 versus your AC, Cuthbert, which I think is too low. Yeah, so that's a miss. So it tries to reach out for you, but probably because you just blew blew it all the way, it can't reach you yet.
25.
It hit.
17.
Hit.
No.
Oh, one was 15, so I get a
that's-
reflex
yeah.
save on that. I rolled a 12, so it's not going to work, so I'm going to take full damage.
8, a 4, 5, 7, sorry.
Alright, so you tear the rest of this man-sized mushroom apart, at least the one that was the closest to you guys. So one of these man-sized mushroom creatures has been destroyed. There's still one more behind it, blocking the next part of the hallway, though. So that's going to be 20, not natural, versus Cuthbert's AC. So that's going to be a hit. 4 damage. Plus I need you to make a fortitude save. This thing reaches out for your left foot. You're able to pull your left foot away in time. It is definitely trying to grab your left foot. Your boot, which is all lit up with light.
All pretty.
Alright, and then it's back to you guys again, because that's its turn.
Alright, a 17.
17 is a hit.
16,
Hit.
Spell combat. A 19.
Hit.
And a 13.
Miss.
The Chekhov missed. That is a 4 and a...
So 13.
Yay, followers!
Alright, and then Cuthbert?
17.
Yeah. 17? Yeah, it's a hit.
5.
5 damage as you shoot a chunk of this mushroom off. See bits of it flying up against the wall.
Aw,
Of course you feel bad for the mushroom.
Yeah, right? Jesus. He's trying to eat us alive.
Then the
It's
mushroom gets another chance to try to attack Cuthbert. This time I got a 15 versus Cuthbert's AC, which I think is a miss, right?
Yeah, my AC is 18.
Yep, so it doesn't grab you that time. Back to you guys again.
Awesome. Ooh, not 20.
That's a hit, of course, and a crit.
And
14.
That's a miss.
And
Oh wait, that's a hit actually versus touch AC, so that's a hit.
versus touch AC.
That's a hit.
A 14 and a 12.
Miss.
Alright, so it's a 4 and a 8.
That's only a 3.
Cuthbert blows it away.
Alright.
You killed both these mushroom things that are blocking your path to the left. You get 400 experience each.
Sweet.
Okay.
I'll tell you what, guys, roll me a dungeoneering check.
And that's plus
It's got 11.
a 16.
Yeah, nice hallway. Hallway continues to head forward. Then veers to the right. You guys continue ahead. The path continues either left or right, or there's a door straight ahead.
Door! Always door.
Alright, so there's a door ahead, very similar to the one you saw before with the lock, the big iron door, the 4-digit lock.
It's ass.
Is there a way to, like, figure out the code?
I mean, the numbers are all set to all zeros right now, and it's locked. Looks like it could be any 4-digit number.
It's gonna take a while.
Yeah, that's just like random guessing 4 numbers. That could be an eternity.
Or you could just do the 1111111.
Yeah, that still takes forever. It might be easier to. I mean, from your experience before, it didn't take much to smash this thing open, so you
Yeah,
can
I
probably.
just rolled a nat 20 on this.
So that's a hit.
Natural 20 again.
That's a hit.
And a 9, so.
Yeah, so 2 of these birds peck the hell out of this block. Let's see if they break it.
7, 7, 9.
Oh yeah, so with their bony bird masks, the masks that cover their bird faces, they're stark and white like porcelain, but hard like bone, they are able to smash open this lock, and the door is able to be pried open again with a simple DC 10 passive strength check, which you can do very easily, I'm sure. Your strength is higher than 10. So you're able to open the door. It opens to another hallway that extends either left or right.
This seems oddly familiar.
Yeah, it's a maze. You go left.
There's also
Left,
a line.
Well, I guess we're somewhat progressing if we've gone through 2 doors. Hopefully we have. Keep going left.
Yeah, you guys head left. Roll me a perception check.
I have a 25.
What did you have, Cuthbert? And what did Sulu and Chekhov have?
Natural 20 on one, and natural 1 on the other.
Who had the natural 20?
That was Sulu.
I need Sulu to make a will save.
17.
He's fine, and everyone that rolled above a 15 will see a serpent in the path ahead to the left with a unique spiral pattern on its hood. Not a very large beast, matter of fact, very tiny. Taller than a house, or smaller than a house cat, the size of a normal snake. Very tiny beast. But it is in the path ahead of you guys, and seems aggressive. About 10 feet.
You're like, what's up, Snake?
Seems aggressive. Should I just try to blast it out of the path?
Would you like to roll for initiative?
I don't know, just be like, hey, what's up, Snake? Talk it out.
Can we talk to snakes?
I mean, it's going to hiss at you.
Oh, I've got handle animal.
Handle that animal.
Maybe I'd try to roll for handle animal.
Yeah, roll it.
I rolled a 17. Yeah, modifier, I think 17.
You try to reach out your hand for it, it hisses at you and says, stupid meat bag. Roll for initiative.
So mean, Snake.
Who calls people meat bags? That's rude.
12.
It's almost like, the preferred term is monkey, I've learned.
I got a 10, so if you rolled higher than a 10, you can go for this snake, but you can definitely tell the snake wants to strike.
Alright, I got all of them are over. It's a natural 20.
Well, only to you guys if you want to decide who goes first using that as the order.
You got
I don't
your
care.
a little higher.
You can, basically, I'll use them as a block. You go first if you want.
I mean, I get range, so might as well.
That's a hit.
And it's only a 2.
2?
Yeah.
Still hit it, but it's a snake, so I mean, even if you shoot with a bullet, you can only shoot off a small part of it.
Do I know what kind of snake this is?
You didn't hit it in the head. You can roll me maybe knowledge nature, or...
The only knowledge I have.
Maybe knowledge arcana. Nature arcana might let you know what it is.
Arcana. I have Arcana.
How about linguistics to speak parcel tongue?
Natural 20, bros.
Yeah, it's a psyche serpent. A serpent known to influence the mind of people around it. Known to hypnotize and charm the people in its area. You know they're very clever, and they know a little bit of magic, so you know they do have some magic power.
So that's a 24.
24 is a hit.
14 versus touch.
That's a miss.
Alright, and so and then a 17 and a 19.
Those are one's I get a reflex save, the other one's a hit. I missed my reflex save, so both hits.
5, 7, and an 8.
Alright, you blow up this snake's dead. You guys tore it to bits with your little bird claws and stuff.
Got some crazy ass bird powers.
Yeah, you guys just ripped it into 3 different pieces. You flew down, you tore it into 3 separate pieces, and then ate it. You devoured it. I mean, it's an illusory maze. There's no soul for you to suck. None of these things exist. This maze doesn't exist. You do get 130 experience points for this non-existent snake, though.
7 to 9.
You still get the experience of killing it, even though you didn't really kill anything.
I guess that's kind of nice.
Yeah.
How do we know it's as though our characters don't know it's an illusion?
No, of course not. You think you're in a maze. It's not
Can I
an
roll?
It's not technically an illusion. You are really in a maze, but it's not. Those aren't real animals. The maze isn't technically real. You are in a mental living maze.
Are
Oh,
you
not
saying
that.
I could roll a knowledge arcana the illusion or a will save to see if the illusion ever
No, because it's like I said, it's not an illusion. You could do a knowledge engineering or knowledge arcana to realize it's a living maze and know more about that.
How much time do we have left on our light?
Let's see, you guys
I
have
can
what, 10
recast
minutes
it.
total? Yeah, you can recast these. It's an Horizon, right? Or is it a level 1 spell? Oh yeah, so yeah, you can just keep recasting it.
Nice, okay.
At least 3 times, right? 4 times, so yeah, you got about 50 minutes of light, which hasn't been yet. Currently, if we're playing round by round, which we kind of are, it's probably been a couple of minutes, a minute and a half tops.
Carry onward.
Yeah, man.
You guys head straight down the hallway. I get to roll another percentage chance. The magical darkness starts to creep in around you, so even though you have this magical light, the area around you can see starts getting tighter. It's now like 20 foot you can see around you. You've reached the end of the hallway. It continues to the left, so I assume you guys do the same. It's clear. I get to roll. Let's see what I got. It's a 9.
Don't let Brian tell you to turn left. You turn right if you want to, goddammit. Just walk into that wall.
Roll me a dungeoneering check.
19.
I rolled a 16.
Alright, Cuthbert will realize the dungeon continues to the left. Ahead of you is a wall, but the portion just ahead of you does seem to have a crack in it, has some structural issues. So you could continue to the left, or you could try to find a way to break through the wall ahead of you.
Let's break through the wall!
So who would like to attack the wall and how? Hit it with your face?
Hit it with my beak.
Yeah, that's all you got, really.
You could put gunpowder in there, man.
That'll do it.
Spark that shit and blow up.
I guess you got flame. How much would that just cost ammunition?
I can just spark
Just
it.
cost
Don't need
ammunition.
Flammable.
You have to dispose of, you have to like empty out some ammunition to get the gunpowder out of it and try to put it in the cracks, and then
Yeah, if you want to try to ignite.
the more ammunition used, so the ammunition is going to do as much damage as a shot from your gun would do. So the more ammunition used, the more damage you'll do to the wall, basically.
Experiment, can we like chip away at it maybe?
Yeah, you can start with just one and see what happens.
Let's start with one and then just see what kind of damage it does. And then if it does a decent amount, then we'll up the ante a little bit.
Alright, so you sacrifice one ammunition, empty the gunpowder into the wall, and Arcan's going to ignite it, spark it. It ignites, causing the wall to crack. Roll your damage for one ammunition.
5.
5 damage, yeah, it causes it to crack. Probably about halfway through.
Let's blow up another one.
Yeah, if it's halfway through, then might as well just one more and see if we can do some more damage to it.
You empty out another bullet full of gunpowder into the wall, into the cracks. Arcan will ignite it.
Ow.
Alright, sparked it up. Boom. Roll the damage.
8.
Yeah,
Nice.
that causes the wall to crumble. You guys are now able to continue forward. Alright, you hear a rumbling come from behind you in the hallway, the area that you just came from.
Let's run forward.
Oh man, you ever seen that movie Labyrinth?
You can either go straight,
No, man.
you can go forward. Actually, directly in front of you, there are 2 hallways going forward and a path going left.
What do you want to do?
Veer to the left in case it's like a giant boulder, like an Indiana Jones or something.
I'm with him.
Mark.
You veer to the left. The hallway kind of curves to the right and then to the left. Roll me a dungeoneering check and then a perception.
Natural 20.
I got an 18 on engineering.
There's another weak wall to your right, and then the path continues ahead forward or to the left.
You want to blow up another wall?
I can sacrifice a couple more bullets. Got a few. We'll take turns, yeah. Let's try some beak action. Let's see what that does.
Alright, I have a
Doesn't like take
20,
too much damage.
not natural.
That's a hit on the wall. You can hit a wall with a 20. You can roll pretty low to miss a wall.
15,
That's a hit on the wall.
20, and a 23.
Yes, all 3 of you are able to fly into the wall. 3 birds fly into the wall, head first.
That is a 7 and 8.
And they are able to crash through the wall to the other side.
Nice.
The hall continues to the left or to the right. Straight ahead, there is an opening to a hallway or a locked iron door.
Locked iron door.
You know
Sure, the lock
the, you
on
know
the
the
door?
drill.
Go at it.
Who would like to attack the lock
Take 20 and
first?
say we open.
Are you going to make Cuthbert waste ammo? Because we can say that you 3 birds take a 20 and just bash it with their faces.
You guys can like just do some damage. Like no need to.
23,
I'll allow that.
21.
Yeah, the 3 birds bash with their faces. I'll assume you can do enough damage to break on through after a couple of turns. It only has a hardest of 10, so you break through to the hallway ahead of you. In the hallway ahead, it continues 40 feet ahead, and about 15 feet ahead of you is a door on the left.
Door, yeah.
Let's break it.
Yeah.
Try opening it. Yeah, fuck it, break it. Why not?
17, 17, and a 8.
I mean, is there a lock on the door?
Those are all 3 misses. You hit the door, not the lock.
Magic lock.
23, 6, 17.
That's 1 hit, 2 misses.
5.
You halfway break this lock.
And that's a 6.
Yeah, you break the lock. You're able to pry open the door with a passive strength roll. Continue ahead. The hallway continues to the left, to the right, or there's a deep, dark pit straight ahead of you that seems to continue at least 20 feet.
Deep dark pit. My vote.
The guy who can fly, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Just like Blackbird. You can carry me over there, right?
Alright, so I'll let you guys take a 20 on that. You're able to lift up Cuthbert and fly him across the pit. You land across the pit, another hallway that extends to the left or to the right.
Where do you want to go?
I've been going left this whole time.
Let's keep going left.
Oh no, you made 3 lefts.
Should we flip a coin? Let's take a right this time. Let's go fucking crazy.
Woo!
I don't care. Ready?
I rolled one. I did a thing. I rolled a 2, which was right. So you want to go right?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alright, you guys go right.
And there's a trap.
Oh, there's not a trap. But there's an encounter. Alright, roll me a perception check as you guys round the corner.
I got a 6.
I got a 18.
Alright, so Archaon flying above the ground once again see Cuthbert about to step in something dangerous. A brownish gray, sort of amoeboid or ooze underfoot. Roll for initiative.
25.
10.
I got a 12. Sulu Chekhov.
And 8. And an 18.
Alright, so anyone that beat 12 can go before this ooze that you see there beneath.
Spell combat. 20 not natural. And a 14 versus touch.
Hit.
And for Chekhov, 21 not natural.
Hit.
6, a 3, and a 7.
So 16. Gonna reach out for Cuthbert. 30 versus Cuthbert's AC, so that's totally gonna get him.
Shit!
Not only that, it's gonna fuck your shit up, dude. It's
Oh god, always.
gonna be 20 damage, so you're totally dead.
Okay. Hero point. Let's take this back a sec.
Alright, how do you prevent Cuthbert from stepping in this acid pool of living amoebic acid ooze?
I'm gonna roll back before we go right.
Alright, I'll let you use the hero point to go back before you go right. You're gonna stick with your theme of going left instead.
Let's go left.
Yeah.
Walk past a small pit, roll me a dungeoneering.
I have a 17.
Alright, so both of you will see that the wall to your left is one of those weaker walls you can probably break through, and the path continues to your right.
Let's break it through.
Who's doing
That's
it?
a 22,
Hit.
a 18,
Hit.
and a 12.
Alright, so all the birds start pecking at the wall again, all hitting it with their faces. Yeah, you break through the wall, through the other side. The path continues either straight ahead or to the left. Sort of also to straight ahead. There's like 2 paths, one slightly to the left, one right in front of you. They both go kind of straight.
What are you feeling? Feeling crazy ass labyrinth.
Let's go forward a little bit.
So straight ahead, not to the path to the left.
Left's has been a good bet, though. I don't know. Last time I made a call the right way wasn't the right way at all. Maybe we should go left.
Choose your own adventure, man.
Thanks for choosing our adventure, and tune in next time for more Long Distance Dungeons and Dragons Dinner Theater.